You must be anxious for word from your fellows. Alien has reported a sound victory over the main column and informs me that the Scions have already turned their attention to other duties. All but one, that is, a Rogan lady with a large axe. It would appear she has chosen to remain at the site of the battle. I know not what task keeps her from returning to civilization, but northern Thanalan is no place to wander alone, even for a capable sort such as her. I would certainly feel better about things if you would check on her before you continue on your way. Doop, 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 doop. Shoo.
Hold on, I won't be a second. The beast seemed peckish, so I gave it a taste of my axe. I know, as Urianger never tires of reminding me. An axe ill becometh the hand of a scholar. What can I say? I like axes. To hear my mother tell it, I came into this world holding one. And it's not as if it stopped me picking up a quill, is it? I often think of the man who introduced me to the joys of learning. He's one of the reasons I decided to come to Eorzea. Him and my excruciatingly stiff childhood friend. Considering how unalike we are, it's a wonder we ever got on. The world's a strange old place, isn't it? Aye, that ought to do it. So far, so good. At these concentrations, it shouldn't matter too much if something goes awry. Just enough ether to make it interesting. Did you see that? The way the crystal glowed? The siphon works, I'm happy to say. With a few refinements, it should satisfy our appetite for ether, which just leaves the small matter of forging our blade. I'm not sure how to go about it just yet, but I swear to find a way. I'll put a blade in your hands if it's the last thing I do.
He senses me. A useful talent.
An Ascian. Are they onto us?
By your brand, I see you are an Archon of Sharlayan. Keeper of knowledge. Seeker of truth. Meddler.
I don't know what the hell's you're saying, but I don't much like your tone.
Your instincts serve you well. But come, be not unsettled on my account. That lovely brow was not made for frowns. But I waste my breath. Let me direct my words to one who understands them. We meet at last, warrior of light. I am Narbeeblebrox. And you have long been a thorn in my side. I suffered the overweening presence of Lahabrea that men might host the power of gods, only for you to undo my hard work.
Oh, bugger.
Do settle down. You must concede that I acted in self-defense. But what's this? I do not sense the blessing of light. Oh dear. Could it be that frail Hydaelyn has forgotten her champion? This I did not foresee. Shorn of light as you are no longer a threat. And better yet, The seal is broken. Now is the time to claim the staff. With it in my grasp, I shall rise above them all and take my place at Lord Zodiac's right hand.
What did that bastard want with us?
Uh-oh.
Narbeeblebrox, he calls himself. With charm like that, I'll bet he has maidens falling at his feet. But this staff... You say just talking about it had the bastard grinning like a brat on his name day. Must be quite a staff. Oh, gods. He means Tupsimati, Master Louisoix's staff. Minfilia's in danger. We have to get back to the rising...
Rising stones. Sorry, I got excited. Pressed the A button too fast. Nyom. Think we're about to do the chrysalis soon, if anybody wants to join. We'll probably hop on the primal data center. You're here. Master Louisoix's staff is kept in the solar, isn't it? Quickly now. Do I have plans on when to do the required Crystal Tower raids?
You too.
When it makes me.
So, you were able to divine my intent. What now, warrior of light? Ah, but that name is no longer fitting. You have become decidedly dull, and quite incapable of barring my entry.
What do you mean?
You truly do not know? Then I suppose it is only right that I enlighten you. The blessing of light kept you and your fellow meddlers safe. It was that which prevented my kind from entering your domain. My kind, I say, though it had no power over the likes of Elidibus and La Habrea. Being of this world, they could come and go as they please, while I could only look on. But I need look no longer. Now that the seal is gone, I mean to act. Unlike the others, I am not given to waiting. I shall take that staff and bring about the next rejoining.
Rejoining? Then it was your doing. The Isle of Val, the scholars, all of it.
You will not harm her!
Moonbreeder!
Why must you insist on forcing my hand? Did you learn nothing from our last meeting? Ah, but I forget. My words fall upon deaf ears.
The staff is but a broken relic, a memorial to the departed. What possible use could you have for it?
What use? You mean to say that all this time you kept the key, never knowing what it was you possessed? The staff Tupsimati, or rather the stone tablet it bears, is host to a great power. Together with the horn, It can be used to draw vast quantities of ether from its bearer's surroundings. How else do you think Louis Soir was able to invoke the power of the 12 without making them an offering of crystals? Summoning requires not only prayer, but a profusion of ether. Even a child knows that.
If I did not know before, you may be certain I do now. But above all, I know that we cannot allow this staff to fall into your hands. I will die before I let you take it.
Insufferable woman. I would happily end your miserable life here and now. Alas, Elidibus would never let me hear the end of it. Very well. If you will not part with the staff, I will take you too.
Hey! The hell, man? The graphics update really improved the expressions here? I'm gonna have to see what it looked like before.
After them! Quickly! Before the rift closes!
See if I just queue up instantly. Average wait time 16 minutes. I don't have that kind of time. Data center. Primal. Hyperion. That's where we're going. So if you want to join, you can hop on with us. That trial is weird. Is it the one with Cerberus? That's... Have I done this wrong? I think I've done this wrong. Alright. Go to Dynamice. We log in as old Sugarheart. Nope. I will stay in the queue of 2 people. So congested. Wow. I'm behind Karen talking to the manager. You just bleed out there, Moonbreeda. I'll be back. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Can I not do that travel from here? Alright, we're gonna head to Limsa. I have to travel through the character screen. Well. Not backup. Subcommands. Visit another data center. Yes. Primal Hyperion. Yes. And for those of you watching in the future, I just hear this is what Dynamis is like currently. And I've definitely experienced being in the queue for 4 hours for like low-level trials. Which was not normal. At least, like, I used to play on Ultros. That was my favorite. And things went by really quickly there. Okay. Let's see. Wildflower probably exists. I'm gonna stand here on the ledge. Give you a chance to run up. Yeah, Dynamis is low population. The benefit is that like you get double XP there. Which I think is going to come in handy because there's a part of the game you get stuck on with like normal progression. Where like you run into a wall and it's like you need to be the higher level and then you grind dungeons for a while. It's not like a huge deal. But it's annoying. And besides, after we get to Heaven's Ward, we're gonna change professions to astrologian. And that is gonna... that's gonna be a little bit of a grind. Because you have to go from like level 30 to whatever level is acceptable at that point. 50? 60? Hopping over to Limsa. Hey, it's snowing. Sayaku Yatsugiri. That sounds familiar. Is that you? Totomi? All right. Let's queue up. The Chrysalis. Average wait time less than 5 minutes. So I spent like 6 minutes trying to get my queue down to 5 minutes. I think that was worth it. 30 to 50, yeah. Honestly, I think being astrologian for the entirety of Heaven's Ward's gonna make me nervous. Like, I feel a lot of pressure as a tank. That's why I'm getting it out of the way early. And I'm gonna feel even more as a healer. Because if you lose, it's always the healer's fault. Well, not always. But when you win, it's the healer's fault too. Less than 5 is the shortest it can display. Nice. Nice fan dance. You're adorable, by the way. Ah, you don't have an adventurer plate. Me neither. I really should get around to that at some point. It's only professional. Might want to tell the melee DPS to use the limit break on the ethereal tier. It helps a lot. I mean, I'm the sprout here. I'm just gonna trust. There's no way they'd like... I know it helps a lot. Actually, I think I know this one now. There's gonna be meteors falling on my head. And I will catch them. As you're leveling all, you use it to help play with a friend? Neat. I don't have any cool emotes. I sit at you. Just so we can look eye to eye. Got Serpent Salute. That's as special as I get. Yeah, the limit break just helps end that phase before it gets too sketchy. I believe in us. But yeah. Honestly, I go through most of my life pretending limit breaks don't exist. Usually you save the limit break for the melee, unless like the tank or the healer has divine inspiration and just sees that they need to do it or we all die. Like, it's never come in handy. There's always like I've never met a melee DPS who's a little gun shy, you know? And so like it's never needed to be me. But when we get to Stormblood, I think I'm gonna be a ninja or a monk. Probably ninja. Never been a ninja. Healer LBs are for recovery from near wipe. Tank LBs are highly situational. Yeah. Like, somebody needs to know how to use them, but that somebody never needs to be me. Monk is fun. I do enjoy monk. The thing is, I've never been a ninja. I've never been a samurai either. That one's kind of on there. But like Stormblood's gonna be my melee DPS one. So like going through all the things, we've got tank, healer, melee DPS, ranged physical DPS, and then magical DPS. And I think that covers all the expansions. Your main is level 100 in all jobs. Neat. Wow. That would take so long. Like, I have a real hard time sticking with a game that long. The Steam Replay just came out this year, and the game I had the most time in was fights in tight spaces this year. I've got nearly 900 hours in that game. And that's because that's the game I play when I don't have time to play games. My wife will be like, "Can you drive me to the hospital?" I'll be like, "Get your shoes on," and I've got time for one quick fight in a tight space. And that time adds up. But like, if I ever committed to like a single game, Final Fantasy XIV is probably like at the top of the list right now. Was a painful grind, don't recommend? Yeah, I can imagine. I'm just curious, what are your favorite classes then? Like, what's your favorite tank? What's your favorite healer? Favorite DPS? If I had to choose right now, Paladin's my favorite tank. Astrologian's my favorite healer. And I think Dancer is my favorite DPS. You don't mind that grind? It's not bad with the daily bonuses and whatnot. Yeah. Like, I really like Wondrous Tales. And so, like, that makes it very worth it for me a lot. Playing the little scratcher game. Hey, we're in. I'm nervous. I'm very glad you're here. Favorite healer is White Mage. Warrior is so fun at max level. I will keep that in mind. Maybe I went tank too soon. Your kitty. My kitty's here. Mostly to tell me it's breakfast time. Here we go, we've got this. Kitty, don't headbutt the mic too much. It's a stressful fight as it is. Not too stressful, but stressful. Meow. Don't headbutt the mic. I don't think he has any ads or anything. Oh, look, he's got balls. If I remember right, you touch him in alternating orders. There seems to be a dead dancer out there. Whoop. She's back. Is that his entire health bar? Because it's draining pretty quickly. Or does he just like go into phase 2, I wonder? Touch you. I think things are going well. Even slapped an arm's length on him so his like AoE wouldn't do too much to us. Alright, everybody in the hole. Well, like, am I supposed to catch all of these? Because I'll do it. Towers are for tanks only. I thought like a few too many people were in there. Like, we're getting into the part where like you need to be somewhat familiar with the mechanics. Yay! Thank you. Let's see. Commendation for... I don't know, Xenia's pretty cool. Alright, thank you so much. I had a great time. Is this ARR? It is ARR. We're like near the end of it. It says I'm supposed to confront Narbeeblebrox in here, but I'm pretty sure he's dead. You don't remember this at all? Do you remember her, Moonbreeda?
You're safe. Thank the 12.
My kitty.
You may have bested me this day, but what of the next? What of all the days to come? Remember, light no longer holds sway here. I may return whensoever I wish, again and again and again. Eventually, you will falter, and the staff will be mine. Until next time, scions.
Do it.
There will be no next time. This is the end.
What trickery is this? No, no, you cannot, no!
Use Tube Samati to gather ether. Quickly, before he breaks free! Concentrate! Call to mind the time you struck down La Habrea with the Blade of Light. Why won't it work? Is it because we lack the blessing of light?
Damn it. So much ether. And it still isn't enough.
Fools! No mortal prison can contain me! I shall make you pay for your insolence!
Kame.
Please, Mother Heidelin, hearken to our plea. Lend us your divine light.
Huh?
Why can you not hear us? Do our words no longer reach you?
If only we had a bit more ether.
Moonbreeder, what are you doing?
Master Louisoix, I understand now the choice you made. In death, there is life. Farewell, Urianger. You daft old coot.
Moonbreeder, no! You mustn't!
What? No! It cannot end! I am eternal! I am immortal!
It's okay, kids. We just killed him and destroyed his soul. We're the good guys.
Moonbreeder. She's gone. You did it, my friend. The Ascian is dead. This device is a legacy of Moonbreeder's toils and sacrifice. I shall hold on to it for safekeeping.
Minfilia, are you all right?
I am.
Oh, we were surveying northern Thanalan when we received the distress call. We returned as swiftly as we were able.
It seems you have everything in hand, however.
What happened here? Where is Moonbreeder?
She gave her life to temper the Blade of Light. I have no words.
Rather than await the inevitable, she took her fate into her own hands.
Does Urianger know?
My friend, there is something I must tell you.
I heard all, my lady. The moon sinketh, taking her leave of the heavens, yet her passing heraldeth the coming of a new day. Moonbreeder hath fulfilled her destiny, hath she not? Long ago, far across the seas in the Sharlayan motherland, Moonbreeder and I did study under the sage tutelage of Master Louisoix. Full oft did he impress upon us that knowledge existeth to serve the greater good. This sentiment, however, was contrary to the nation's policy of neutrality, which censured intercedence in the affairs of foreign lands. In spite of vehement opposition, he founded the Circle of Knowing, and journeyed hither to the heart of Eorzea. Through his noble sacrifice was the realm spared its doom. Yet this great soul, whom all should rightly have honored, was branded a pariah in his own land. His peers did accuse him of forsaking his duty as a man of learning, and of meddling in the course of history. When he left Sharlayan behind, Master Louisoix gave no word to signal his intent to Moonbreeder. Close as they were, as master and disciple, she was deeply wounded by the sudden exclusion from his confidence. Above all, however, she was confused. Try as she might, she could ill comprehend her master's motive. The slanders that were heaped upon him after his passing served only to inflame the turmoil within her. For years upon end, she knew not what to believe. Torn as she was twixt the man whom she revered and the man who forsook her and his duty both.
The Louisoix I knew would never forsake his duty, much less one of his own.
This I know full well, my lady. 'Twas not for want of love that Master Louisoix hid his intent. He but desired that Moonbreeder discover her own path, free of the shadow of his influence. Long did I contemplate revealing the truth to her, and long did I hold my peace. After all, was it not Master Louisoix's wish that she come to the truth unaided? I told myself it was, and resolved to let her suffer. Knowingly did I deny my friend the comfort she craved. And now she hath gone to her rest, with doubt still in her heart. Speakest thou in earnest? Did Moonbreeder truly come to understand Master Louisoix's will before the end? The realization hath set her free. She may now find the peace which hath for so long eluded her. Oh, Moonbreeder, my dearest, how I shall miss thee.
Moonbreeder gave her life that we might possess the means to defeat the Ascians. Her sacrifice must not be in vain. Let us continue her work on the Blade of Ether and see it to completion.
My lady, I would mourn Moonbreeder in mine own way. I beg your permission to return to the Waking Sands.
Of course, my friend. Take all the time you require. We shall be here should you have need of us.
Ooh. Never have seen Urianger so utterly defeated. No one should be made to suffer such grief. We shall gather in the Sharlayan Manor to celebrate Moonbreeda's life and mourn her passing. You? And with that cheerful note, I wish you all a Merry Christmas, and I will see you before the new year. I had a good time. Yeah. I'm at a loss for words. It's really not like Moonbreeda herself, although she is cool. But like, everybody really likes Urianger. Makes it hit like twice as hard. Anyway, I had a great time.